See my eyes don't see the things many people no fit understand. I'm cold and shivering.
I love this beat.
See my eyes don't see the things many people no fit understand.
We're live.
And direct. You never guessed the other day I saw this thing, yeah. Another, I think it was on TikTok or IG. And there was this guy, I shouldn't even be laughing. There was a driver that was clearly upset with a cyclist.
Yeah.
And he followed him around some side road and just drove straight into him.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's mad. Then obviously road rage or whatnot. But then it got me thinking that, I always think anyway that when I'm driving, we're just living in a simulation for real. I know you say it all the time, but I don't think about it all the time. I think about it when I'm in the car or I'm on road because I just watch the traffic sometimes and I just think, if I stop at a light, I'm like, what would happen if I just stopped the car? Didn't do anything, didn't respond to anyone, didn't move the car, didn't move when the light went green. Or, intrusive thoughts, you see a bunch of cyclists and you just think, wow, what if?
What if everyone just stopped?
Or just everyone just plowed into them. Respectfully, I don't mean to endorse violence, but it's just that we're all following innately, without unconsciously rules and regulations. And then it makes me think of what you say of us living a simulation. What would happen if we just deviated from it? Because just touching back on having to follow a life plan from birth, you're expected to go nursery, go school, go college or whatever, sixth form, then get your uni, then get a job, then this and that. That's the expectation. But why? I conform to it, don't get me wrong, but why?
I think, there's nothing wrong with being in a simulation to an extent in it because we need order. Like you said, if there was no order, then there'll be mad chaos. You know, on the roads and that, the way the lanes are made down to even when you go in a shop and you have to queue up and that, all of that is part of it, innit? But if everyone was just doing free for all, it would be mayhem.
But you look at videos of roads from over in the east, like India and that.
Yeah.
It just looks like chaos. They're all driving.
Even when I was in Saudi, some of the lanes and that, people are just swerving in and out. There's not really that control aspect, which is, I guess you can call it free. Dangerous, but at the same time, they make it work for them, innit? If there's accidents, then boy, hopefully there's no RIPs or whatever. But
we choose to follow it. We choose to follow the indoctrination that the institutions that are about. I remember when you said that, what is it? School, hospital, jail, and the office all serve one purpose, just to hold people. You know what I mean? It's weird. When you go into school, it feels like a hospital. It gives you that hospital feel, or vice versa, or whatever. The classrooms are the same. The patient rooms are the same. The office spaces are the same. Same layout, same walls, all white. It's like a blank canvas that just crams everyone in there, and then everyone leaves at the same time. Then you get allocated lunch break. Then you get I don't know, even that rush hour thing in the morning. So the commuters will get on the tube, suited and booted. You get me? Get your morning coffee, get a donut, whatever. Get into the office, clock in, lunch break, go for a smoke, go for a whatever. Clock out at the end of the day, go back home on transport, and then restart the simulation again the next day. It's mad when you think about it. Why does everyone? Why do we all have to do that? Why do we follow it? Because I was, over the years, there's been discourse around, this is a free world. Who says we've got to pay to live on this earth? Who says we've got to go work and get an education and wear clothes even though that sounds mad? Who says all of that? But we all follow it, even if we question it. At some point in our lives, we all follow it to the majority of the time.
Yeah.
We know that by law, kids have to go to school till they're 16, between 5 and 16.
Yeah.
So we then think as parents, I don't want to get in trouble with the council. But then post 16 now, we're then still telling our children, you got to stay. I told you, you got to stay in something.
What happens if, you get me, a whole year group of parents, let's say primary school, 6 kids. Obviously, you don't bring your school kids, if you don't bring your kids to school, you get a fine or whatever at some point. Let's say a whole year group just said randomly, we're not bringing our kids to school.
then what's gonna what can happen?
That's the thing.
They can't do anything because not everyone's gonna go jail. Not everyone's gonna go get penalized and have to pay fines. Maybe, but if the whole school, even the whole of the school, not even just 1 year group, if everyone just decided to say, "Yo, yeah, I ain't going to school today," and the parents said, "Yeah, we ain't taking this kid's school today. They can stay at home," then what happens? Shut down.
That's like striking, though, isn't it? Like work.
Kind of like striking.
When you strike, like
but then look when strikes happen, like underground, for example, mayhem. No one can survive because you're so used to the simulation.
Yeah, exactly.
You get me? As soon as the strikes happen, buses or nurses and that, when they do their little strikes, mayhem.
The doctors are striking at the moment.
Doctors are always striking. And you get me? Obviously, they work hard, innit? And say similar to all of those kind of industries, overworked, maybe underpaid. Doctors to an extent.
No, they are, definitely, especially GPs.
Doctors get bread though.
If you're a consultant, if you're a surgeon.
If you're like up there.
Yeah. But if you're like general GP in your surgery, there's other people getting way more than them.
Yeah.
And these people working long hours.
Yeah.
So I get it. Because I watched this, that show I was watching yesterday, Critical on Netflix. It's one series. And he talks about the major trauma centres in London. So he talks about King's College, St George's Hospital, St Mary's, and one in East London, Royal Free maybe. And they're the 4 main ones in London that are trauma centres. So there was a thing at Brockwell Park a couple of years ago where a ride broke down. And then they took one patient to King's and one patient to St George's. When you watch those shows of like 24 hours in A&E and that, even though we've been in hospital ourselves for different things, it's wild when you think about even these people, they know they're underpaid, but they're still there every day, like saving lives. Like,
even like, I'm just thinking about this because it happened, I think, today and yesterday. I'll be in traffic sometimes, and like the fact that people are immediately like, they immediately know as soon as you see or hear sirens, you need to stop or get out the way.
Yeah.
But what if everyone just said, "No, I'm not moving"?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, why not? Obviously, they're going to solve a crime or to save someone's life or whatever, so we need them to do that. But I'm saying, like, it's just mad how as soon as you see a siren, get out of the way quickly. Like, you're even breaking road laws. Like, you'll go into a bus lane or you'll curb it just to get out of the way of the cars.
And then
like
you'll still be penalised for it.
And you'll still be penalised for it. It's mad. So...
I'm reading this book at the moment, and it's talking about, it's called The Surrender Experiment. And basically what it is, I've already just started it, and the author's talking about life. Is it within our control? Or is life happening and we're just players in this game or simulation, as you put it? So, for example, you can get to a fork in the road and you can decide to go left or right. But actually, that's already could that already be predetermined? Or is it our free will that's doing that? And it's a mad concept when you think about it. That if you just decided to sit down and not move in traffic, what would happen next? But would it be fate that happens next? Or would it be as the actions as a result of our free will not to move? So it's an interesting concept of, I could go through school, go through uni, go through work or whatever every day of my life, and then either be financially secure or not, because loads of people do the simulation, but they're not financially secured. Loads of people have gone to school, because in this country, the law is you go to school till you're 16. So everyone potentially has a chance of being educated to the same standard. Even though we know people have different abilities. But some people are bust and some people aren't. And we're all living in the same simulation. Like, who's really controlling it? Like, or what's controlling it?
Them man upstairs, man. That 1% that we don't even know about.
How do we get to be that 1%? Is it just because you're born into that then?
Maybe.
I feel
like in this day and age, more so, people are starting to break the mold though, innit? But then again, you could argue that that's creating a new simulation. So the new simulation is content. The new simulation is to not go and do the normal stuff, but to now say, raw, I'm gonna do the content thing. But then because now everyone's figuring that out, who's to argue that that's not a new simulation that everyone's on now? That's that everyone's getting sucked into.
And then we're still curbed with it, because even though I think it's a good thing, now there's this new, I think it came into force yesterday or today, this new law about if you're accessing like inappropriate content, if you're...
You need ID.
You got to do your Face ID.
Yeah.
Or whatever, which is good for children because they're exposed to a lot. And we need even though there's this limit, 13 before you can go onto any social media, that no one's listening to that.
Yeah.
Parents are setting it up for their children themselves, let alone the children knowing how to do it.
Yeah.
But we're still restricted in some ways. When they're ready to turn the plug off, it's turning off. Like we said during the pandemic, everything got locked off. Like,
that's what I'm saying. That was like a prime example of like, we're so used to this simulation of doing everything by the book or doing our day-to-day. As soon as they pull the plug out and say stop, no one knows what to do. Because you're so used to being told what to do.
Yeah.
But then it's like you're still being told what to do because you got to stay in your house.
Yeah.
You got to wear a mask. That's a new simulation. You got to get injection. You got to get the what's it called, the vaccine thing.
Vaccine, yeah.
I went to Ghana a couple months back. Obviously, you know that. And Ghana's mad, by the way. Like, it's just mad. Like, in a good way. Like, you kind of forget, like, how much of an experience you could have there because we don't really get to go to those kind of places. And if you think about, like, what we see on media, mainstream media and that, you're kind of put off going to these places. Ghana, Brazil, Saudi's even one. Like before I went Saudi, everyone was just like, why are you going Saudi? So gone Ghana now and everything's running smooth. Obviously there's certain little first world problems that I'm not going to be used to. So maybe the water pressure is not the maddest. You get me or whatever, but it's calm, it's warm. Like I don't mind doing the scatty thing anyway. Like I'll just do a cold shower, step out. You get me? So anyway, everything was smooth. I feel like for the first week. And then one evening, literally as soon as we stepped into the yard, power went out. And then it makes you realize like, we've been relying on this power source for the whole week. The moment these man pull the plug and turn off the electricity, we don't know what to do. I'm sitting in the dark. There's no AC. I don't even have battery. I can't charge my phone. Like it makes you realize, put us in the wilderness without anything, like all of our resources or anything like that we're used to. Man are struggling. And we take it for granted to an extent, which is probably in agreement with why the simulation is needed because of those kind of things that we're not used to. But that's because we're obviously in the West in it, so it's different. But yeah, we were sat there and it happened for like 2 days and it ruins the whole vibe because of what we're so used to. Can't go out. Places are shut. Like small little things, can't even get a little food. These men are looking at food every day, you know, like they're hungry out there. Like as much as it's a beautiful place and that, they're still going through bare hardship. Mauritius
is the same because I don't think there's maybe not as much as when I was younger and I went, but every so often the water goes off. It's turned off to conserve water. And that's an island. We're an island here, surrounded by water.
See, that's mad though, turning it off to conserve water when you're around water.
Yeah, because there's no central water system. I don't know if I think it's been developed now. China's gone in there and obviously done roads, all of that kind of stuff. But it's the same here when we have hose pipe ban. We're an island, remember? United Kingdom's an island. We are an island. And yet we can have a hose pipe ban because the sun's shining too hard. That's mad. Same, obviously there's a process to water reservoirs, supposedly filtering the water and whatnot, but I don't get it. I don't understand. I just think that's part of the control to kind of kick you back into your place. Have you seen that film, The Platform?
Where they pass food down or something like that?
Yeah, there's like a thing that moves.
Yeah.
I can't remember how what the main
it's like a hierarchy thing. So like if you're at the bottom, so it starts at the top. Top man get like the banquet, the mad thing, the rose, all of them kind of thing. And then it goes down the levels. Like Hunger Games, like there's different
levels.
There's different levels or different boroughs that you get me. The higher your borough, the more
access you have
kind of thing, And then as soon as it gets to the bottom, you're left with the scraps. So when it got to the bottom of the platform, I think it was when I watched it, there's bare carcasses, like just bones and scraps and like crumbs and that, or some people have even just spat out some of what they don't want.
But we're living that. Because we're not boss. But I say this all the time, that it's those really small things that are the biggest things that we do take for granted. And we've all been through a struggle. Like everyone's got their struggle, whether it's big or small. You can't tell someone your struggle's less than mine or mine's bigger than yours because everyone's is personal to them. But as messed up as it may sound, when I'm talking to people, I say, look, I know my place. Back to knowing my place. I was born in England, so I was born with a British passport automatically. I speak the language automatically. I've got free education. I get that certificate signed off by a British institution automatically if I choose to go down that.
Healthcare until a certain
Healthcare,
age.
all of those things I've got. So in a way, I'm born with a slight edge of privilege, even though that sounds messed up, because there's a lot of oppression going on here in England and all over the world. But I know that I'm born with that. And what that offers me outside of England is also quality, because there's an element of prestige that being British still carries with you, even though there's a lot of negatives around British people or the British way or culture, whatever that may be. Lifestyle wise, when you say you're from England or you're from Britain, there's something, there's like a level of protection or a little bubble that's around you. I remember watching a documentary years ago about Brazil, and there's a big, I think it's Brazil, there's a big dump there, like a rubbish dump. And there's a hierarchy of living in this rubbish dump. So the people at the top of the dump, it's a dump.
Get the fresh stuff.
To us, it's a dump, right? To them, that's their kingdom.
Yeah.
And the people at the top of this dump, it's massive. And then to the bottom of the dump.
So the top of the dump, they get the new dump stuff.
Must be, yeah.
And then if you're at the bottom, you're just scourging. What's it called?
Yeah, like
rummaging, just
scavenging.
Scavenging, that's the one. Yeah, scavenging.
Yeah, and
that's
but then you think about it. If you think about Indian culture, there's a caste system. So in the caste system, everyone has their place. So the bottom of the caste are the people that hold together the whole foundations. So they may be seen as the top of the caste are like the Brahmas or something, right? They're like top god, nearest to God. So they're all like the glitz and glam, and the bottom obviously are the mud. But without the mud, you can't get to the glitz and glam. And every level plays its part.
Everyone's playing their position. Yeah.
So like we said, I guess in the simulation, we need it, but now we're so far into it.
How you get out?
It's like a Truman Show. It's like a Truman Show. We don't know what's happening. I watched this film years ago. Again, I can't remember the name of this film, but there's two films that stuck with me when I was growing up. The first one, there was this whole film about this family going through a mix-up. And then all these weird things were happening to them. And at the end of the film, there was this green oozing down the walls in the house. And the kids and the parents were like, oh my God, what is this? What is this? And as the camera panned up like this, it went out of the room,
aliens,
out of the house, out of the sky, into the orbit, out of the orbit in space, into the galaxy. And it went right far up. And really what it was were aliens playing with their version of the doll's house. Mad. And the people in the film were the characters.
Mad.
Crazy. And I watched that when I was really young, and I thought, it's always kind of stuck with me. Periodically, I'd remember that. Be like, am I just like a doll? Like someone just moving me around. Like, Cam's going to work today. Cam's going to go out today. We're going shops. What is it? We're so stuck in it, like Truman, just stuck in it till a light falls down.
Bad boy film.
Yeah, Truman Show is just
bad boy film.
Concept out of this world.
It's mad though, because like, if you go back to like lockdown and that, remember when I said like the whole GTA thing and that, man, I'm on GTA every day. That was our life, because we're inside all day. So this character that we've built now is us. Like that's the ideal version of us. You want to get the nicest car, you put them in whatever clothes, you do your little side missions, main missions, whatever. But like the fact that we've managed to create that technology to build so even before GTA there was Sims. And you can go toilet and that and go, you get me? Do normal thing, walk your dog, go and eat, and like obviously the graphics were dead, but effectively it's the same game.
Thing, yeah,
now they've just improved it. You get me? To make it more lifelike. But yeah, GTA, there's a new one coming out, I think, soon. But we've literally made the technology to create these characters to live, I guess, our ideal life. But then it makes you think like, firstly, we ain't the only ones, can't be the only ones sitting there thinking, yeah, this is a simulation. Secondly, it's a thing where, like the film, people have made that film based on their thoughts, innit? Like that's like a thought that they've had. This like, right, let me create this because I believe that this could actually be going on. Or they're privy to that information. They know that something else is going on, but like we're in the mud, innit?
Yeah.
So we wouldn't know. Like everyone, obviously to some places in the world, they'll see like people from the UK as like you said, boss, top of the like not food chain, but you know what I mean, prestige, lifestyle. They're in the West, whatever, modern. But then to someone else, we're at the bottom of their thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Potentially. But yeah, it's mad still. Like I've been saying this simulation stuff for a while, for years. Like, and obviously watching things like Truman Show, just living the day-to-day life that we live. Like you can just, I don't know, man. You can sense that there's something else
going on. And
deeper.
if you remember Truman Show, do you remember that? I think it was the girlfriend that he had. She kept trying to break onto the set. Or people would just break onto the set.
Yeah.
Be like, Truman, it's a show, whatever.
Yeah.
I guess if you think about people that we pass every day, like even the other day when you were giving the food out to people, even that, you don't even know these people might have clocked the game of life. We're looking at them and thinking they're down and outs. They ain't got no food. I was telling someone the other day about that. I said, for your birthday, you went and gave food out to people that presented as homeless or whatever on the street. And I was saying, sometimes the people were saying no. And I kind of took it, when I saw what you doing that and I saw them saying that, even when I do something,
get offended.
I kind of took offense. And I was like, bro, what do you mean no? Someone's giving you free food here. You're sitting down on the pavement. You know what my friend said to me? They might not even have teeth to chew that. And I'm not gonna lie, yeah, that thought has never crossed my mind. And then my friend went on to say, not just that they don't have teeth, they might be thinking, if I eat this, that's gonna run my belly. I need to go toilet. Because the way that my food system is set up now, because I've not been eating lavish or broad balanced diet or whatever. One thing I might have as curtains, there's no public toilets. So where am I going to go and offload?
So with myself.
And when my friend said that, I thought, rah, that is actually factual. Because I've taken offense to the fact that they've said no.
Yeah.
But I never ever looked at that bit because I take it for granted to go down to the bathroom. I take it for granted to go and brush my teeth. Even though it buns me to go dentist and pay $200, that's extortionate. The same time I got teeth. The same time, you get me, I got somewhere to go toilet.
Yeah.
But you think about a general shop like TK Maxx or Morley's or wherever, are they going to let these people in to go and use the toilet if they've got a toilet in there?
Absolutely not.
And it just really put things in perspective for me on that little brief.
The homeless situation is mad because sometimes I watch them and think like, maybe like you said, they've clocked this game.
Yeah.
They've clocked out to the point where it's like, I don't need to work. Maybe I've made some poor decisions in life and, you know, it's led me down a path where it's hard to return back to my normality or everyone else's version of normality. But maybe they've just clocked it and said, yeah, I'm just going to sit on the street. I ain't got to pay no bills here.
You lot are running up and down like maniacs.
Stressing out yourself. You get me? Stressing out yourself, worrying about left, right and centre where I can just hold a little corner in this mattress.
Yeah.
Sleep under one shelter thing. The worst case I got to worry about is the rain. Cool, if I need to go to the toilet, these lot ain't letting me in the toilet. Cross that bridge when we get there. But more time, the only worry they really have, if they want to, is to eat. And then just to wake up the next day. And then the same again. If they want to eat. The man that are saying no on that, boy, maybe they're even one step ahead. They realise we don't even need food.
Yeah.
Who said we really need food? Obviously, scientists prove it, and that obviously, you get me, nutritional value and all of that stuff, but
that same book I'm reading,
no one don't know.
The author's talking about a part in his journey where he started to get into meditation. And he said as he got deeper and deeper into meditation, he started to realise that he didn't need as much food. And so his food intake started to reduce, but he felt full because he was just eating at odd times, like not odd times, but different times, sporadic times during the day. But he got so into his spirituality that food was not the nourishment. The energy was the nourishment.
Okay.
That was like getting into that mindset and being in that space of being removed from all these things that we hold value on. Because it's true, because I remember years ago as well, you know, people say, I'm starving. And adults around me when I was young, you say, don't say you're starving, there are people starving in the world. You're just hungry. You're not starving, but we say, I'm starving like Marvin. Oh my God, my belly's in my back kind of thing. Like, that's how hungry I am. But yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I do look at those people and I just think, have you clocked life? Like, you're not worrying about what I'm worrying about. You ain't worrying about council tax. Okay, the bottom of your foot looks tough, but do you really care about that? Like,
that's not business.
You don't know business. And is that a level of freedom that we don't have? Because we are worrying about things that I don't know if they matter because we're living in the simulation.
Mm.
They matter because we're told these are the rules of the simulation. Like, you have to pay this, you have to go here, you have to do this. But actually, I'm frightened to break the simulation. Even though I'm having these thoughts.
That's the thing, it traps you, innit?
Yeah.
Because it's like you're so used to following the norm or doing things by the book. It's like the moment you even question not to do it, you're in panic mode. You're like, right, do I really want to risk all of this, all of these things that I have? But then obviously as you get older, you start realizing certain things aren't as important as you thought they were. But then it's about deciphering, all right, cool, I still need to do the basics to get me by. But all the luxuries that we do take for granted, at the end of the day, it's not really the end of the world.
No.
You know what I mean? But
I mean, I'm still going by trainers when I like them.
yeah, of course, 100%. 100%. 100%. Them trainers need to get bought. But that's what I'm saying. There's man on road walking barefoot.
Yeah.
There's man in Mauritius doing his troddings, getting a guy in supermarket barefoot. But like, they like that. That's their thing.
They're
grounded. Yeah, they're doing the grounding thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, man. I don't know.
I don't know. The simulation thing, it's one of those things I feel stuck in the middle with, because sometimes I just want to just not do it. I just want to break it. But then I can't. As soon as a thought enters my head, I'm panicking about, like you said, what's going to happen.
Literally every detail when you think about it is part of the simulation. Like, who said you got to wake up and have breakfast first?
Yeah.
All right, cool. You're breaking your fast. Why does it have to be in the morning though? Who said you have to wake up and brush your teeth the first thing? Like, what if I want to brush my teeth in the evening? Cool, your breath might stink all day. But maybe if I start brushing my teeth in the evening, then it won't stink in the day, or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? There's even things that will come out and say, like, I don't know if you've seen it, but there will be like, you don't need to have a wash every single day. Like, you can wash, your body doesn't need those that much like water, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's so many things that we just do just because someone else said we have to do them. But it's like, why? Who made all of this up? Who said we have to wear, like, someone said we have to wear a suit and tie to look smart. Like, someone made that up one day and was like, this is the norm. Like, this is the acceptable uniform for you to be considered as dress smart.
Yeah.
I want to wear my trackie.
Yeah.
I want to wear my sliders. You get me? But
I was like that with your hair, do you remember?
yeah.
When you first growing your hair, I was like, no, bro, like, you're cutting it when you get to 16.
All right.
Remember that conversation?
Yeah.
And I was like, you're cutting, and you were like, no. And a couple of other people got their comments in and made me understand that. Actually, why should you have to cut your hair? Girls have long hair. And that's your crowning glory. Culturally as well, that's your crown. But it's only now, because somebody else came in and gave me that perspective. But if I didn't have that perspective, it would be a battle with me.
On a spiritual level, that's my chakra as well.
Yeah,
like,
facts.
Yeah, 100.
Yeah.
But like, even with me and teaching, there's a whole stigma of, you know, you look a certain way, you're gonna present yourself in a certain way. People are naturally gonna have that impression of you based off the stereotypes or based off, you know, what society deems as this or that.
Yeah.
So me having dreads, I get questioned about it all the time. Right, they let you teach your dreads. Right.
And all your tattoos.
And your tattoos.
Because remember I say to you, don't get a sleeve.
Yeah.
And you used to be like, why? And I'd be like, you're not going to be accepted. You're like, nah, I will. And I'd be like, nah. Because even I'm sucked into it and conform to what society's ideals are. But yeah, you've broken through that border. Like, it is wild to think about it. I know when I present at work, and again, I'm a different generation to you, but I know it's similar in that way. Like, you kind of transcend from different social norms and set a new standard or set a new way of being or whatever, but that's few and far between. The majority of people are going to be conforming. And it's like when you come back from a holiday. It's the worst part, coming back to London from holiday. And then you look at those queues that are like the snake, I can't remember what you call them, like slalom, like skiing.
Yeah.
And you're like, mate, we're all just robots in this. All just following like the arrows. All just, you know, if we don't, we're arrested. We're this, we're that. Like, it's mad when you think about it.
Yeah, it's mad.
I'm not, you know, like I said, not denying. I don't know if you remember that book, The Lord of the Rings. It's the same. Do you remember the story? Oh, not Lord of the Rings.
Flies.
Lord of the Flies. Yeah. And
I was going to say, right, you read Lord of the Rings? That's mad.
The Lord of the Flies, where initially when the boys land on the island, they're having a great old jolly up. And then they soon realise, now we need an order. Because it is chaos. But I just think it has gone way far. So now when I'm looking at these different celebrities that are getting pulled up on charges, I don't know if they're innocent or guilty or what. But I do find it like, what's the narrative behind it? I do question, what is the narrative behind it? Because there are some that are like, they'll go through the process and be cleared and everything's all right. They're like Robert Downey Jr., if you think about him. Remember, he was on like all type of drug charges and prostitution or whatnot. But he's Iron Man now. Yeah, he's living all right. Then you got other people, Bill Cosby, I don't know what's happened to him. Like after that whole case thing and got found guilty, we don't hear from him. Cartel, like all of that.
Oh boy.
We don't know what strings are being pulled behind the scenes or what purpose people are.
We don't really know what's going on.
Nah.
Like people talk about the cloning thing and all of that. We don't really know what's going on. And maybe because of where we are, we're not meant to know. And if you do get a chance, very few people manage to like make it out and actually make it. Like I don't really know anyone that's made it like gone clear. And maybe when you get to that point, then it's like, all right, cool.
What are you talking about? Like gone clear, like what?
Just like, I guess you can
Because
call
someone
it
could say you've gone clear.
in our community, I would say. But like, I guess it comes down to like your status in the world. Gone clear, you know, that's a good point to be fair.
Gone clear to the bottom, people at the bottom of the dump.
Yeah, we've
It's
gone
getting
clear.
to the top of the dump.
Yeah, 100%.
It's still in a dump.
100%. But I mean like, okay, cool. Money's not object. And you could literally click your fingers or you could just say to someone, yo, I need that done. And it gets done. Like presidential status, I would say. Like no one don't really know what my man's doing in the White House day to day.
Nah.
Like he's just giving out orders. Like, he's gone clear. Man calls the what's it called? The landing strip. What's it called? The Clearport.
Right.
The airport thing where he gets the plane and that. Am I buzzing? Where do you call it?
What?
When he wants to get on his plane, where's the plane parked off?
In the airport?
Nah, there's a separate word for it
The
though.
control tower, the hangar.
The hangar. You get me? He calls the hangar. And he's like, yo, ready my plane, man. And then he just jumps.
Air Force
And then
One
anywhere he wants to go, he can go there.
Yeah.
You get me? Red carpet laid out.
Yeah.
Rah, the president's coming or whatever. So that's gone clear.
You know, you get red carpet treatment at the airport. But...
Yeah, but that's you get me? But then even that, we're copying that.
Yeah, facts.
And then even that, it's like someone made up that a red carpet is special. Why couldn't it have been a blue carpet? You know what I mean? Or a black carpet or whatever. So there's all of these little things that you have to think about. Like, we don't actually know what's going on.
Nah. And I feel like that in terms of like when you look at, again, like the social norms of what makes you successful. I know it's broad for everyone. Like you can't pinpoint what's right for me is not going to be right for you. And I remember watching Django, that scene in Django when he's allowed to go and buy clothes. And he buys this vampire type velvet
The maddest suit
with the ruffles up there. Because he
purple
thinks,
one, innit? Or something
yeah,
like that.
some navy, no, blue.
Blue.
He thinks it's like this, it's like that. He thinks that is what equates to rich.
Because he's seen them man do it. Yeah,
this is
yeah,
the white
yeah.
people doing it. And he's thinking, that's what I want. I've been a slave. I've been in rags. I'm not even allowed to ride a horse. And I was just like, we were all laughing when we watched that scene. But when you really deep that scene, we're all doing that. Because
I even did it now in my Gone Clear example. Who used to argue that gone clear, like you said, I could have gone clear. We've
Yeah.
gone clear. But then the person that doesn't have all of these luxuries, still living a good life, still healthy and that. Maybe they live in a tree house. Maybe they're camping. Maybe it's the homeless person. Maybe they've gone clear.
yeah,
So we don't know.
we'll never know. Like, I don't know what steps do you move? Because
Go on.
I was just going to say that we're just one or two people having a conversation, having the same thoughts. But if every household on this strip was having the same thoughts, and then every household on the block were having the same thoughts, that's how you start a movement, right?
Yeah.
And then how do you make that movement turn to change? I don't know if the change will be right or wrong, or good or bad, or for our betterment as a society, as a planet. But how do you then turn it? Because we can have these conversations infinitely, but we're still going to subscribe to it. We're still going to get up and follow the same routine. When it gets dark, we're going to get ready for
Go
bed.
to bed. Yeah, 100.
You know what I mean? Like when it comes to Monday, I'm still going to get up and go work. When it comes to Friday, I'm still racing for Friday every day. And when Friday comes, I blink and it's Monday. Like I'm still in that pattern.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Don't know how in terms of the simulation, how you break that? Or do we just continue along?
Maybe it's just about being aware of it and not allowing yourself to get too trapped in there. Like, I don't know if that's going to make sense, but
No,
you know what I mean?
Because I see it like this, like, just go back to that Django effect. All of us, when we're young, we go through the things of wanting FOMO, like you said. I want the designer clothes. I want the baddest trainers. I remember when I was young, my brother always had like Reebok, Pump, Reebok Princess, whatever it's called, all the nice trainers my brother had. I got a pair of Dunlop trainers from the catalogue. I was so proud of these trainers when they came. Box, fresh, white Dunlop trainers.
Meaty.
Right?
Meaty. Man could never wear Dunlop. That is meaty.
Mate, listen, these trainers were my dream. Every day I'm looking at the pages of the catalogue and I'm circling. I want this, I want that. My mum bought me a pair of Dunlop trainers. I think I was going to secondary school. I was like, 8 or something. So the following week now we got PE and got the sports hall. So I'm happy to take my trainers out. Right, they were probably like 2 sizes too big for me.
White
anyway.
ones?
Yeah.
All white?
All white.
Colgate.
Right?
Right, go on.
So I get them out. I'm putting them on. I'm feeling nice inside me, thinking I've got these box fresh Dunlop trainers. They look crisp. And then I get to the sports hall and I kind of pay attention to everyone else's. And then I want to hide my shoes because I'm like, me. And I know that people are looking at mine like, what's she got on her feet?
Yeah. What are those?
What are those? Yeah. And it's not even like trainers that they are now. It's saturated with options for trainers.
Yeah.
It wasn't back then. But I felt so shame in that moment. Even though in my little world of assimilation at home, I was happy for those. I knew I'm not getting any other trainers. Those were it. Now you go and try and buy a pair of Dunlop. It's gone well over £100 for Dunlop.
Yeah. Still meaty, but
It's
bread.
still, but it's,
But
yeah.
bread, yeah. But then people are still clocking. Even now. You step out, the first thing people are judging you on, what are you wearing?
I showed you that picture the other day. You went straight to the kicks.
Yeah.
Remember?
Straight. Because, all right, cool. There's so much to choose from now. But then within that comes a hierarchy of like the flyest. And they're all right, I guess. So like, people could disagree. Jordan 4s, the new Asics things, and P6s maybe can cut through. They're like the latest sportswear, trendy sportswears that you would wear day to day when you're stepping out, whatever. Then you got the Adidas and the Nikes that aren't really appreciated, but still reputable brands. You get me? Then you got the Dunlops and the New Balance, I don't know, whatever. Gola. I don't even know if that exists anymore.
Can't remember if
that
exists.
On sport thing.
I don't know.
That them new on running whatever.
Oh, yeah, you were saying.
So like there's so many to choose from, but then people are still clocking, you're not that lit then, because you ain't got the mad Asics joints or whatever. So.
But that's the thing, and same with designer clothes. I've gone from my stage of wanting designer clothes and I want that. There's jeans, I want that jumper. And it's hard to break that pattern because from young, we're indoctrinated to it. We see these adverts and whatnot. I want the latest. When you were little, I used to shop on Sloane Street all the time. I didn't have no money. But any little money I got, I'm going, gosh, to buy your dungarees, mate. I'm going Hackett to buy a little Hackett top because that for me was, he's going to look bad. He's going to look like success almost. It's like feel good. I don't know if it's Kanye or Jay-Z in Paris. There's something in Paris. And there's a line that says, probably spend it all because the pain's too deep. So that instant gratification of retail therapy and going shop and buying it. Over the last 15 years, I've been trying to steer away from it. And we had a conversation the other day about designers and which one would be our brands that we're our on brands that we rep. But I try hard not to fall into it. When I see something I like it, it could be Primark, it could be Dior, but it's just if I like it. But then there's certain times I see that name of the name brand and I'm like, I want that. Do you know how bad that's going to look when I'm out on road and I'm and that?
That's the get out syndrome.
It's hard. It's hard to break it. But I've been, over the last 15 years or so, I've been trying.
Yeah.
Just to kind of.
Those are our trophies though as well, innit? Where we come from.
Yeah, but then people could say the trophies are like slavery days were our chains and that's why we wear all these chains. You get me?
What's that line where he says, I'm getting my chains, I'm taking my jewels back or my chains back or I got so many diamonds because.
Yeah.
Who says that? It might be a Jay-Z thing.
Might be. And it's that kind of philosophy of why do we buy into this? Like being Asian, these are our you know, gold is supposed to be like the purest, but you know, and supposed to protect you from evil and whatnot. There might be a more spiritual, religious reason behind it. But at the same time, I still want to wear something blingy, whatever.
Still want to step out.
Still want to step out, and
come on, man.
But I try hard not to buy into that. This is what you got to wear to be successful. I think I've done a good job recently, but it is hard, not going to lie, because everybody likes it.
Because they're stuck in that simulation.
Yeah.
Man.
But I don't know if that will ever go. There'll always be a next trend, like you said. This is going to be like those cups that people are carrying. I can't remember what they're called.
The
Stanley type cups. That's just a cup. They were around before. I'm sure I used to see them in TK Maxx.
100.
Or somebody just came and then it just blew up.
All the fitness people got it.
There you go.
And they said, yeah, I'm rolling with my cup. I'm rolling with my little bag thing. The legging set thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Simulation, man.
Simulation.
Can't beat them. Can't beat them. Join them.
Love voice at me.
See my eyes, don't see the things. Many people know fit done that.